There's a reason people lean forward when you don't speak. It's not curiosity. It's not respect. It's discomfort. Because silence does something dangerous. It removes feedback. And when feedback disappears, the human brain starts to panic. This video is not about quiet people being shy or introverted or misunderstood. This is about why silence destabilizes social power and why the calmest person in the room often controls it. Number 1. The social contract you never signed. Every social interaction runs on an unspoken agreement. You smile, I smile back. You react, I adjust. You explain, I feel safe. That's the contract. Silence breaks it. When someone doesn't respond the way we expect, our brain flags it as a threat. Not a physical threat, a social uncertainty threat. And humans hate uncertainty more than conflict. Anger is readable. Sadness is readable. Even arrogance is readable. Silence isn't. And unreadable people don't fit neatly into the hierarchy. So the brain starts asking dangerous questions. What are they thinking? Did I say something wrong? Do they know something I don't? This is where discomfort begins. Number 2. Why calm people feel intimidating. People often say, "You're so calm, it's intimidating." But calm isn't intimidating. Lack of emotional leakage is. Most people leak information constantly. Tone changes, micro-reactions, defensive explanations. Calm people don't. And when there's no data to read, others start projecting their own fears. Projection bias kicks in. They assume you're judging them, you're superior, you're hiding something. None of that has to be true, but the brain prefers false certainty over no certainty. So it fills the silence with imagination. And imagination is rarely kind. Number 3. Silence as social dominance. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Silence isn't neutral. In social dynamics, whoever needs to speak first is usually lower in power. Why? Because speaking often serves one function: to relieve internal pressure, to explain, to justify, to control perception. Silence does the opposite. It forces the other person to regulate themselves. That's dominance. Not loud dominance, not aggressive dominance, structural dominance. The person who can stay quiet controls the pace, the frame, and the emotional temperature. That's why silence feels heavy. It redistributes power without announcement. Number 4. Why people talk too much around quiet people. Notice something strange? Around quiet people, others often start talking more. They overshare, they ramble, they fill the gap. This isn't confidence, it's anxiety. Silence creates a vacuum, and humans rush to fill vacuums. They reveal opinions, contradictions, intentions, not because the quiet person demanded it, but because silence applied pressure, and pressure reveals structure. That's why observant people don't interrupt. They don't need to. The truth arrives on its own. Number 5. The threat of unpredictability. Psychologically, the brain prioritizes prediction. Predictable people feel safe. Unpredictable people don't. Quiet people are unpredictable because they delay reaction. That delay is interpreted as calculation, even if it's just reflection. From an evolutionary standpoint, anything that doesn't signal intent clearly becomes a potential threat, not because it is one, but because it might be. That's enough. And this is why silence triggers discomfort even in confident people. It removes their ability to anticipate outcome. Number 6. Why silence is often mislabeled as arrogance. Here's the defense mechanism. When people can't read you, they label you arrogant, cold, distant, unfriendly. These labels serve one purpose: to regain psychological control. But notice something important. Truly arrogant people seek attention. They perform. They assert. Quiet people withdraw attention. That's not ego, that's restraint. And restraint makes insecure systems uncomfortable. Number 7. The moment silence shifts the room. Every room has a moment, a pause. Someone says something questionable, or revealing, or careless. Everyone waits for a reaction, and the quiet person doesn't give one. That pause does more than words ever could. It signaled, "I noticed," without accusation, without emotion. And that's when the atmosphere changes. Because now, the speaker is negotiating with their own conscience. Silence didn't attack them, it reflected them. Number 8. Why quiet people are watched, not ignored. Contrary to popular belief, quiet people aren't overlooked. They're monitored, because silence gathers attention quietly. People track when you speak, when you don't, and what finally makes you respond. And when you do speak, it lands heavier. Not because you raised your voice, but because silence built weight. Number 9. The dangerous misinterpretation. The biggest mistake people make is assuming silence equals passivity. It doesn't. Silence is often delayed decision, and delayed decisions are usually final. Quiet people tend to move once, but they move cleanly. No debate, no warning, no emotional negotiation. That's why underestimation feels safe until it isn't. So if your silence makes people uncomfortable, it's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because silence removes illusion, and illusion is what keeps most social systems running. Silence doesn't reassure. It doesn't explain. It reveals. And not everyone is ready to be seen without distortion.
If you love new knowledge to improve your life, hit subscribe now.